do that here.
Okay, I'm back. It's been a little bit, but we're continuing this hardcore bone necromancer. We're about to go into Act 4. So this is the climax of the original game. We get to kill Diablo. Of course, the game is named after him. One thing I want to be careful of is he does a lot of fire damage, and so do a lot of his minions, and I have almost no fire resistance, or at least it's pretty low. So I'm going to be on the lookout for some things that might improve that, because I don't want to die to something silly like that. I'm trying to think where we might find that. Our shield's pretty good. Even our armor's not too bad, although it doesn't really give any resistance. So we can kind of take a look around here, or maybe we'll be able to find a ring or something we can swap out. But yeah, overall, we're pretty good. Maybe boots.
What do you need?
So we don't really need the magic find if we're dead. So maybe we'll keep an eye out for some boots that might give us some fire resistance. Or even a belt wouldn't be too bad. Just temporarily. But we might find something as we progress. So we won't waste too much time looking around here. We're not going to reset any vendors. I'm just going to keep on moving forward. We got our bone spear. We got our bone armor. We can make bone walls, and we can corpse explode. But bone spear is going to be our main damage. See, we're already... Oh, I know what I forgot to do. We were playing with 8 players. That's why it was going so smooth. Fire Shrine. You don't always want to use that one. It basically shoots out fireballs and makes everything go to half health, including yourself. So don't accidentally use that while you have low life. So this first area, the outer steps, there's nothing that we need inside this zone. We're just going to be looking to find the entrance to the next zone. We got a little hero pack here. I don't really like these jumping guys, but they don't have a lot of health. So this shouldn't be too bad. Yep, he's already down. Just clean him up. Oh, we get super potions now. That's pretty good. So yeah, I'm just going to be walking around the perimeter here, looking for the staircase that goes down to the next area. I'll probably skip a lot of these small groups. These Bone Knights or Doom Knights are pretty easy to kill, so that's some decent experience real quick. Just get them lined up. We gotta watch out for these Venom Lords, especially while we have our low fire resist, because they will breathe fire on us, and if there's several of them around you, it's easy to get stuck and just burned down, literally. Just melted. I haven't played in a few days, so I gotta remember to keep my bone armor up. That'll help protect us from some melee attacks. Won't do much for these magic attacks and elemental attacks. But every little bit helps. Just make sure we got potions, and make sure we're drinking them. Sometimes on softcore, I'll try and see how low I can get without having to spend a potion, but no reason to be efficient when dying literally ends our game. Here's our staircase. Let's clean these guys up before we move on. So the Plains of Despair. Oh, that was quick. So I was about to say, one thing we need to find in the Plains of Despair is the fallen angel Isuel. Probably mispronouncing that. But if we can kill him, our angel friend in town, Tyrael, will give us some skill points to use. He's really not that hard, but he's got a lot of health. He also does cold damage, so if he does hit you, he can slow you, and can get a couple more hits if you're not careful. So you kind of just have to keep moving him around. Not the most exciting fight, but we do what we gotta do. I'm trying to remember. I had a mercenary, didn't I? I never rehired him. I think he died when I killed Mephisto in the last video, and I forgot to bring him back. So maybe we do a quick hop into town, restock potions.
It's good to see there is a dog.
Yep, now we got our mercenary back.
Stay a while and listen.
We'll restock our potions. We do have a few spares. Always good to hang on to them. We got the money, we might as well spend it. Just do a quick scan for anything that gives fire resist.
Hail to you, champion.
Oh, there's a belt. Cold resist. I think we have plenty of cold. So we'll hang on to that belt though, because we might want to go back to it. We could also get this faster run and walk speed, although we do have that already from our leather armor. We have 25% faster movement. So maybe we'll keep this. Maybe we can find some magic items, some rare items that will help us out. So we lost a little bit of cold resist, and we gained a lot of fire. I'd say that's a good trade, even though we are fighting someone that's cold resist, or not resist, cold damage. Hey, this is much easier with our mercenary. He's actually a lot tankier than I would have thought. And we can always feed him some health potions too. You can either drag and drop them onto his portrait, or if you hold shift and use a potion, it'll go to your mercenary instead of you. What you do have to be careful of, because if you're trying to stand still, holding shift will prevent your character from moving, so a lot of ranged and casters will be holding shift and will accidentally send their potions to their mercenary when they don't intend to. So again, not the most exciting, but we'll get him down and we'll get some more skill points. We can power up our bone spear, so fights like this will go a lot quicker. Gonna have to move some of those extra potions. I might even have to stop back into town. Yeah, I always remember this guy having a huge amount of health. He just is a big damage sponge. Just burning through potions.
What do you need?
I think we're good on resistance gear, unless we just happen to find something. Okay, so we just talked to him.
Tyrael was a fool to have trusted me.
We can go back to Tyrael.
Is weak. He squandered his infernal power. Thank you, hero.
We get 2 skill points. So our bone spear, we'll remind ourselves of our strategy here. We've been putting the extras into bone wall because bone wall benefits bone spear, and it benefits bone armor. So that way we're powering up our offense and our defense at the same time. Now we just have to find our entrance to the next zone off of this one. So just like before, we'll just run around the perimeter till we find it. It'll be another staircase. Right here. Well, we got him grouped up. Get some experience. Now in the City of the Damned, there will be a entrance down to the, I think, River of Flame. And it's not a staircase like we had before, so it's not going to be an easy thing to just walk around the perimeter. Here I got myself stuck inside a cage there. Could probably ask a speedrunner if there's any little tricks to finding it, but I kind of just, well, I just kind of just find it. And there will be a waypoint right next to it, so we'll grab that just in case. Okay, in the River of Flame, we will have a smith that we can kill, and we can crush Mephisto's soulstone that we got from him after we killed him in the last video. Man, right on cue.
See
if I can get them all with my spear. And this should reward us with some gems and maybe runes that could be useful.
I can't carry anymore.
So we'll use that hammer to crush the soulstone. Just clear this area out. just glad we got this mercenary. He does a good job tanking things. Perfect skull. Full room. A couple flawless. Perfect skull is probably one of the least helpful for us. If we find a shield that has slots in it, we could get 14 to all resist, although we already have 10. So we'll see. I was kind of hoping we would get a ruby of some kind that in a shield would give us a stack of fire resist. But that's okay. So now we just have one more quest in Act 4, and that is to kill Diablo. So we'll just continue through the River of Flame until we eventually get to his fortress. Inside his fortress there are 5 seals guarded by 3 bosses. I don't want to get stuck with those guys. I think we had our shield. Oh, mercenaries down. So we don't want to get cornered. Keep our distance. And we'll hop back to town. Get him back. It is expensive, so I hope I don't lose him too many more times before our big fight. Potions are expensive too, and I was hoping that would give us a bit more, but we didn't have any skills on that. And let's get back to it. Might give us 1,000 or something. These guys really come out of nowhere. They're pretty quick for such big monsters. Unraveler head. But it doesn't help us. Maybe it'll sell. I think we'll just keep going into Vitality and Bone Spear. Oh, we found a dead end. don't want to waste too much time. Oh, free portal. Sometimes you get stuck trying to hunt down these last few monsters, and it's really just not worth the time. I usually just focus on anything directly in my way, or anything that might overwhelm me if I get stuck. Another bad Unraveler head. Okay, here's our waypoint. So just ahead will be Diablo's fortress.
What do you need?
Clear out our bags. Hopefully we'll find some good stuff, either to sell or to use, because this money will run out pretty quick if our mercenary starts dying a lot. See if I can put some more things in the stash. And I could spend some time and break down these, consolidate these gems, but it's not really worth the effort right now. Just is very tedious unless I know that I'm able to make and use a specific gem. Oh. That's why I was confused. I went through that portal shrine portal instead of the waypoint. So I was about to say that this area up ahead in the fortress is always the same map, I believe. I don't think this really changes here. I definitely noticed fortress doesn't change. But we'll just have a couple zigzagging paths and a couple dead ends that will work our way to the entrance of the fortress. Another Unraveler head. One of these has got to have skills that we want. But not right now. I hope you all like the noise that this bone spear makes when we cast it, because that's basically what we're going to hear for the rest of this playthrough. The rune. I don't think Fulgurine is any use to us right now. Cold resist and cold damage. Yeah. Alright. Chaos Sanctuary. Basically gonna clear this whole place out. I'm not gonna just rush to the bosses because I don't want to die. Plus all this stuff gives decent experience, even the ones that aren't heroes or champions. So these Doom Knights in here will cast curses on us. They used to be able to cast any curse in the game when it was originally released. But there's one curse called Iron Maiden that causes the damage, your melee damage that you do, to be done to yourself. And it became very, very hard to run melee-based characters through here because they randomly get that curse and just instantly kill themselves because they did so much damage. But they did change that in one of the patches years ago. I remember that being an issue when I was first playing the game. I hated coming to this place with like a barbarian. Not useful again, but maybe that Unraveler head will solve for a decent amount. Gave a lot of bonus to skills, just not skills that we use. A lot of Unraveler heads.
I can't.
Oops, drank the wrong potion.
I need mine.
Now I forget if I explained, but there's 5 seals. 2 on the left side, 2 on the right side, and 1 in the middle. You break the seals. 3 of the seals summon hero groups that you need to defeat. If you break all the seals, it does not summon Diablo. You have to defeat each of the 3 heroes in the hero groups Not the full groups. But if we were trying to speed run or something, we'd probably... Oops, sorry. Sorry, mercenary. We just focus on killing the heroes, because once the seals are broken and the heroes are defeated, everything else in this sanctuary just dies, and then Diablo gets summoned. So it may not be worth the time. In some cases, if you're just trying to complete it, or if you're playing on the one-player difficulty, you're probably able to clear things a lot quicker. Oh, that won't help this character, but it'll be interesting to see what this unique claymore is. Once I can pick it up. So we'll pick up our potions here, and then we'll probably stop in town so we can sell our extra items. Another zombie head.
I can't carry anymore.
This is a good spot if you're trying to farm experience or items, because there's always a lot of hero groups in addition to the 3 that you normally get. Let's visit Deckard Cain up here so we can identify our items.
Good day.
So we got Soul Flay. Steals life and mana on hit. A lot of extra damage. 5 resistances. If we had a melee character, that would be pretty cool. But we don't. So we're gonna just sell it. We're in single player, so there's not an easy way to transfer to other characters. You can do it, but there's no like shared stash between your characters. It's all single character, self-found. And we'll check out this zombie head, pick up some extra potions. Make sure you don't forget the second seal. I know there's been a time where I've defeated the last hero and Diablo didn't spawn right away, and I had to remember which seal I didn't break. So close to leveling that I've been kind of stingy with my potions, but I should not be doing that. That's not a good way to survive.
Thanks.
Now, if I was smart, I'd try and do math and see if the plus 7% bonus would give us more damage than just putting flat skill points in here. I think for the most part, it's worth it just to put him in the main skill, unless you're really having mana issues. But even then, it only went up in cost by 0.2 mana, so I think Bone Spear scales pretty well as far as mana usage goes. Here's our second hero group. Lord Decease. Okay, and I'm saving the best for last. I always do this champion last just because I really don't like it. It's champion Venom Lords, so they're the big demons that breathe fire on you. And this group in particular has faster movement and attack speed, so it's easy for them to overwhelm you. But if we have both of the seals broken, as long as we kill the main hero, the rest will just be defeated immediately after that. The only problem is I always forget if they spawn from this seal or the next seal.
Thanks.
Let's get our mercenary healed. I think it's this seal. We'll have a portal just in case we need to escape quickly. So I'm going to open this one, then I'm going to open the second one, and then we're going to hope we defeat them before they defeat us. Put this rejuvenation potion in case we need some instant heals. Ooh. That went pretty good. Now Diablo comes.
Not even death can save you from me.
So I'm going to assume that our mercenary will not live very long in this fight. But what we'll do is we will just throw our bone spears and try and avoid all of his fire breaths and different attacks. After you fight him a few times, you'll kind of figure out his different tells as he starts casting different things and how you should avoid the attacks. That fire beam is probably the one that I've died to the most. Especially for a melee character, you really gotta see it coming so that you can move. Unless you've really built your resistances and defenses and just eat it. But that's not really that easy to do unless you got lucky with some items. Sometimes he'll just stand there and spam it. So you gotta be careful. Keep your health up. And know when to retreat. So we'll go in our portal, reset our potions. I don't think we'll bother with the mercenary.
What do you need?
He'll probably die on the first attack or two. And I like to put the portal up before we need it, so you know where you're running to, and you're not panicking to make a portal. You do have to be careful because Diablo will put a bone cage around your portal sometimes. So just be aware that you might have to break through that in order to get to your portal. Or if you're desperate, just make a new portal. So this fight will be a little long, but as long as I don't make any huge mistakes, it should be pretty easy. And hopefully we get some useful loot off of them. Although I don't know that I usually get anything good off of Diablo. Oops. Careful with your stamina. If you're running out of stamina, hopefully you have a stamina potion. Otherwise, you'll want to get away from him so you can rest. Otherwise, you might not be able to avoid these attacks. I think that fire resist belt really helped us out here, because even when I'm just getting a little bit of his fire damage, it's not really doing too much. I think one more potion reset and he'll be as good as done.
Champion.
not even going to make a portal. We'll see if that bites me in the butt. Even if the boss is really low and you think it'll only be a couple spears left, don't try and eat his fire breath.
Lord Diablo, I have bested you.
Yeah, nothing really that exciting in the loot. I'm probably not even going to pick that stuff up. But we'll go back to town.
What do you need?
I always forget to put these rejuvenation potions on there.
Hell, I knew there was great potential in you, my friend. You've done a fantastic job. Though my ancestors often struggled against the three evils and their minions, I've always lived a shut-in, scholarly life. I'm glad that my wisdom aided you. Now, I wish to leave this place. Though heaven's gates are a marvel to behold, I hope I won't have to see them again for many, many years. Good to see you.
Praise be to the light.
So if you just had the base game, this is when you would go back into the nightmare difficulty. But since we all have the expansion now, we instead go into Act 5. And I will end this video here, and we'll pick this up next time.